everyone, and welcome back to another Trenton World 3 article. This is to do with severe weather. So, our third and final instalment of Trenton World 3 dev blog series is all about weather, and I'll leave a link for the dev blog video below, so do check the description if you do want to see that. An exciting mix of brand new weather features have been included to enhance your gameplay experience and add to the immersion and challenge of driving trains in all kinds of weather. So, look to the skies, dynamic weather. Dynamic weather brings Train Sim World 3 to life, introducing you to a more realistic simulation of changing weather patterns as time progresses. In previous Train Sim World games, you would select your choice of weather, and that experience would be consistent until you chose a different service to play. Whilst this was sufficient for shorter services, the immersion of your environment would go down as time passed. This is a thing of the past. Dynamic weather is a brand new and fully immersive feature that not only adds excitement and variety to every journey, but also impacts the adhesion, light, environment and characters. The changing weather patterns merge seamlessly from one to another and are played through a randomised cycle, so the time and consistency of weather changes will vary, even if you repeat the same service with the same settings. Let's use an example. You leave London St Pancras with beautiful sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. As the journey progresses through northwest London and Essex, the clouds start thickening and turning grey, and upon emerging out of the tunnel near rain and marshes, flecks of rain spatter your windscreen. This worsens to the point where at Boxley Tunnel the heavens have opened, flashes of lightning illuminate the sky, and the claps of distant thunder are audible over the running sounds of the loco. Your adhesion has changed throughout your journey due to the increase in water on the track. Your pantographs are flashing more regularly, and the drive has become gradually more challenging. Adapt to the changing weather patterns, learn the routes, get to know your locomotive, and drive with one more care and attention. Not only is it going to be visually engaging, but it will give you an awesome driving experience too. And then you've then got Volumetric Skies. So adding to the overall immersion of weather effects in Train Sim World 3 are the incredible new Volumetric Skies. Gone are the 2D textures that have been a staple of Train Sim World Skies for years, and in their place is a wonderfully detailed, ever-changing frame for every journey. By scrapping the flat textures and completely redesigning the skies from the ground up, if you will pardon the pun, we have been able to introduce ever-moving and changing 3D skies that truly look like clouds, rather than the essence of the cloud. What you have been on your screen is a physical object which moves and changes with the weather. Because they occupy the sky, in a literal sense, they also work in tandem with a variety of other key new features, casting proper shadows which move as the clouds move. The volumetric skies feel like they are part of the simulation, and when combined with the constantly changing dynamic weather, the skies come to life, with the majority of your screen being the sky. This is a key part of your enjoyment, thanks to the Unreal Engine upgrade we chose to make recently. This complicated process is finally possible. It has been a long time coming, but we hope you agree it's been well worth the wait. And then, seeing the light at the end of a tunnel, a brand new lighting system. We have started again and engineered an entirely new lighting system, and if we do say so ourselves, it looks awesome. Looking at how light impacts the trains and the surroundings, we realise that the overall lighting system for Train Sim World 3 would need to be reworked. This has meant that we have had to rethink how we measured and implemented in the lumen values, how light changes throughout the day, and how it changes with the weather. The new light system reacts to what else is going on around it and produces a much more dynamic and realistic effect. Additionally, we have been able to include eye adaptation. This simulates how your eyes adjust and the iris is affected by the sudden changes in light and dark environments. This is most prominent as you exit tunnels. Rather than a swift transition of darkness to light you would have experienced in previous Train Sim World games, you are now greeted by a more realistic light bloom that fades over time, simulating your eye adapting to their new surroundings. To see this in full effect, we suggest getting in an ice one and hurtling between Kassel and Wurzburg. There are so many tunnels to experience this over and over again. And you've got It's Blowing a Gale, wind effects improvements. We didn't want the adverse weather to just look good, we wanted it to feel different too. Even a slight change in the weather can dramatically change how windy it gets, and everything from a light breeze to a powerful gust will impact your experience. Cross and headwinds now make a difference to the physics and adhesion, creating a challenging driving experience. In the real world, more railway companies incorporate safety procedures into their running practices at times of adverse weather conditions. Train Mod 3 is no different. To simulate how LZB changes in real life to ensure the train and passengers are safe during higher winds, we have upgraded the in-game LZB to replicate the speed restriction applied, which you will notice as it changes going over many sprawling viaducts between Kassel and Wurzburg. And we've then got Ride the Lightning, Thunder and Lightning. Bringing all of the previously mentioned features together in the most spectacular fashion is the very exciting addition of Thunder and Lightning. Once the dynamic weather has brewed a good storm, the lightning will start. Your skies are dark and gloomy thanks to volumetric skies, and boom, a flash fills your screen and bathes your surroundings in light, illuminating the world for a fraction of a second. Accompanying this is the awesome crash of thunder as the sky is split in two by a huge bolt of lightning. This amazing effect has been repeatedly requested by the community, and we are glad we can finally include it to you to enjoy, because I don't think it's even on Train Sim. I think on Train Sim you have to have the AP Weather and Skies to get lightning. This is an impressive culmination of light, sound, weather and sky effects. Lightning strikes are completely random and of course fast as lightning, so you are going to need to be very patient or very lucky to snap a great rail fan shot that includes one. Sound also plays a vital part in this effect, and as the thunder rumbles, you get a real sense where the epicenter of the storm is. The thunder gets louder as you get closer to it, and quieter the further away you drive. When creating your scenario, we suggest you turn the precipitation up to its highest setting and ride the lightning. Nothing gets more epic than driving trains through huge storms. And then you've got VFX, kick-ups. In real life, trains create huge plumes of smoke and snow and ice as they speed along during snowy weather, be it slightly around the wheels or giant plumes behind the train. The faster the train, the more epic the effect. This is called the kick-up effect. We are pleased to introduce this cool new feature into Train Sim World 3. Grab a high-speed train, set the weather to be as snowy as possible, and hurtle along, creating a vortex of snow and ice in your wake. I like the way they mention high-speed train. Realistic rain effects. The way rain lands has been significantly upgraded. It sounds like a simple addition, but now the rain lands on the ground properly. Previously, in Train Sim World, the rain would simply disappear when it struck the ground, and whilst it seems like a trivial thing, we weren't happy with how it could impact immersion. Now the rain strikes properly and created a neat little splash, and when combined with the improved reflections on puddles and wet surfaces thanks to the updated lighting feature, these atmospheric effects look brilliant. Jump out of your cab and go for a wander around a rainy platform to properly see this in full effect. And then brilliant brolly. It wouldn't be fair to update the weather to such an extent and leave our passengers out in the rain to get wet. We are pleased to say our in-game passengers are as prepared for Train Sim Mod 3's adverse conditions as you are. When you arrive at your first station after the rain has started, or the one you are standing at if you are exploring a station, passengers will begin to put up umbrellas to shelter themselves from the rain. And if it has been raining for some time, passengers will already have umbrellas risen when you arrive at the next station. The final detail shows the level of intention we have reached to fully immerse yourself in the varying weather patterns you can expect in Train Sim World 3. And there we go. And yeah, link is below if you do want to check out the dev blog. Do go and have a look. It's a YouTube video. But yeah, what does everyone think? Not long now till Train Sim World 3 does release, just a couple of days until the early access does begin. Very exciting. What does everyone think? Do put your thoughts in the comments below. Links can also be found in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. But after that, thanks all for coming in, and I hopefully see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.